Hey guys, Chef Dave here. I'm gonna make a seared ribeye steak and crispy Brussels sprouts. It's 2 pans, super simple. The technique is easy. I'm gonna show you how to do it. You're never gonna cook a steak the same way again. Let's do it now. Okay, we're gonna start here. So I have some Brussels sprouts, whole. I have some fresh thyme. I have 2 cloves of garlic. I have some butter. And I have 2 ribeye steaks. We're gonna do the Brussels sprouts first. So what I'm gonna do is I have my pan on super high, and I'm gonna let that get super hot, and once it's hot, we're gonna start. All right, so I have a hot saute pan. I'm gonna put a layer of olive oil on it. I also have my oven at 425 degrees. Okay, so that oil's smoking, and I'm gonna add my Brussels sprouts. Be careful. They're gonna sizzle, they're gonna crackle. Okay. That sizzling, that crackling, that's what I want to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna add some salt. And I'm gonna add some fresh black pepper. All right, I'm gonna let these cook for about 5 minutes. I'm just gonna give them a little toss once in a while, and I wanna get a nice dark char color on the sprouts. Okay, so these have been cooking for about 5 minutes. They got a nice color on them. You see it there. Okay, they're gonna go right into the oven. Bottom rack, 425 degrees. I'm gonna have that in there I'm gonna put them in for a half hour. I'm gonna see how they look, and if they need some more time, I'll maybe go another 10 minutes. So these are my 2 ribeyes. I'm gonna season them up with salt and pepper. Kosher salt. Generous. You know, steak has really no flavor to it unless you create it, so I'm pretty aggressive with my salt and pepper on a ribeye steak. Alright, those are ready to go. Put those to the side. I have some fresh thyme. I have 2 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to smash the garlic. Take the paper off, and I'm just gonna have this ready to go. So my butter, my thyme, and my garlic is gonna be used to baste the ribeye while it's cooking in the pan, and then I'll put it in the oven to finish. Okay, so I have a hot pan for my steaks now. It's non-stick. You could use a metal pan, but I'm gonna use non-stick. Do a little extra virgin olive oil and 1 pat of butter. Just gonna move that around. The oil's gonna prevent the butter from burning. Get that ready to go. Got my tongs. Melt the butter. Okay, ready to go. My ribeye steaks. Lay it away from me. Number 2. Okay. First thing you want to do, give your pan a shake, make sure they move. Don't want it to be stuck to the bottom. Just want to get a nice sear on there. And season the other side, salt and pepper. So I have 1 thinner piece and 1 thicker piece. The thicker piece I'm going to cook to medium rare. The thinner piece I'm going to cook to well done. Depending on your preference is how long you're going to leave it in the oven for to finish. So these steaks have been cooking for about 3 minutes. I'm gonna flip them over. Oh man, look at that. Wow. Beautiful sear on there. Nice color, that's all your flavor is. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a technique called basting. So I have my fresh thyme. It's gonna go right in the pan. It's gonna crackle. I got my cloves of garlic, I'm gonna throw them in. I got a nice pat of butter, maybe like 2 tablespoons. It's gonna go right in. Now, what I'm gonna do is as that butter melts, and the thyme and the garlic get all the flavor, I'm gonna tilt the pan and I'm gonna baste my steaks with the hot butter, flavored butter. This is gonna help the cooking process and it's gonna give it a ton of flavor. So like 2 or 3 spoonfuls over each steak, and then go to the next one. This is an awesome technique. Your steaks will come out juicy, flavorful every single time, cooked to perfection. Super easy. I just have the pan on high. I'm tilting it so it's still on the heat, and I'm just basting with the hot butter. Okay, I butter basted for about 2-3 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a clove of garlic on each steak. I'm going to break up some of this thyme. Put that on each steak. Like that. I'm going to do one more time with the butter right over the top. I'm going to get 1 big spoonful. I'm going to tilt my pan forward. I'm going to pour the butter over, and now this is going to go in the oven for desired temperature. For medium rare, I'd say about 5 minutes, and for well done, 10. Those are in. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. I'm going to take my steak out of the oven. And I'm going to transfer it over to my cutting board to rest. Now I want this steak to rest for about 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes, and then it'll be ready to cut. Alright, so it's been about 5-6 minutes, and now I'm going to cut my steak. So I'm just going to take off the thyme and the garlic, put that over the side. You don't have to discard that because you could use it as a garnish if you want. Alright, so I have my steak. Marbling's going this way, so I'm going to cut it along that line. So my tongs, see a little hole. Have my knife on an angle. I'm just going to slice. Oh yeah. Perfect medium rare. Okay. I'm gonna get my Brussels sprouts out of the oven. They have been cooking for a half hour and they are done. They look fantastic. So I'm gonna put some Brussels sprouts on my plate. Crispy Brussels sprouts, nice charred outside. I'm telling you, even if you don't like Brussels sprouts, try it like this. I think you'll really like them. Okay, now I have my steak. Let's pick that up. Okay, move this out of the way. Bring this in. And lay my steak out, just like that. All right, now I have my butter still hot in my pan. My other steak is out now. That one's going to be well done, so I had that in while I was cooking the other steak. And I just have that herb butter gonna drizzle that right over the top. A little bit of that herb butter right over the top. Just like that. And that is done. Ribeye steak with Brussels sprouts. Phenomenal. You're gonna love it. Hey everyone, I hope you love this dish. It's gonna be a staple in your house in the way to cook steak, especially if you can't use the grill. Enjoy.